Musical notation and pitch. Music is written on a staff. The musical staff consists of 5 lines and 4 spaces. Notes can either sit on a space between 2 lines or be attached to a line. If all we had were 4 spaces and 5 lines, we wouldn't know the names of the notes placed on them. Therefore, we need a clef. A clef is placed at the very beginning of the staff. It tells us what the names of the notes are. We can have either a treble clef or a bass clef. Here's a treble clef with G line labeled. Treble clef notes. Let's say we have a treble clef. This clef is also known as a G clef because it wraps itself around the G line. Space notes. F, A, C, E. Let's have a look at the notes in the spaces. The notes in the spaces of the treble clef spell the word face. Starting from the bottom, the first space is named F. The second space is named A. The third space is named C. And the fourth space is named E. F, A, C, E. Line notes. E, G, B, D, F. Notes on the line, starting from the bottom, are as follows. The first line is named E. The second line is named G. The third line is named B. The fourth line is named D. And the fifth line is named F. This results in E, G, B, D, F. Since these letters do not spell a word, you can use a phrase to help you remember the order. A common phrase is, every good boy deserves football. Or you can say, every green bus drives fast. It's all up to you. You can come up with your own phrase if you like. Notes are based on the first 7 letters of the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. This is known as the musical alphabet. When you get to G, you go back to the beginning of the alphabet. In other words, after G, you go back to A and not H. If we take all the notes of the lines and spaces of the treble clef and place them on the staff, we will notice that the notes simply move in alphabetical order. Treble clef notes: E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. Line notes: E, G, B, D, F. Space notes: F, A, C, E. Here's a bass clef with F line labeled. Bass clef notes. Let's now take a look at the bass clef. This clef is also called the F clef because historically it looked like the letter F. Also, the two dots of the bass clef sit on either side of the F line. Bass clef spaces: A, C, E, G. The names of the notes on the spaces of the bass clef are as follows. The first space from the bottom is named A. The second space is named C. The third space is named E. And the fourth space is named G. This results in A, C, E, G. A common phrase used by musicians to remember these notes is all cows eat grass. Another phrase is all cars eat gas. Again, you are free to come up with any phrase you like, as long as it helps you remember the names of the notes. Bass clef lines: G, B, D, F, A. The notes of the 5 lines of the bass clef are as follows. Line 1 is named G. Line 2 is named B. Line 3 is named D. Line 4 is named F. And line 5 is named A. This gives us G, B, D, F, A. There are quite a few phrases for this, such as green buses drive fast always, or good boys deserve football always. If we take all the notes of the lines and spaces of the bass clef and place them on the staff, we will notice that the notes simply move in alphabetical order. After G, you go back to the first letter of the alphabet, which is A, then B, C, D, and so on. Bass clef notes: G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. Line notes of the bass clef: G, B, D, F, A. Space notes: A, C, E, G. Practice drawing treble clefs and bass clefs. Ledger lines. Let's say we want to play higher or lower notes than what the bass and treble staff cater for. How will we achieve this? Where will we place these notes? After all, there are many more notes on a musical instrument than the few notes we looked at earlier. To accomplish this, ledger lines are used. Ledger lines, also spelled Leger, are short lines placed above and below the staff. They are used to help us extend beyond the range of the staff. Ledger lines: A, B, C, D, E, F. C, B, A, G, F, E. C, D, E, F, G, A. E, D, C, B, A, G. Let's take the treble clef for example. As we saw earlier, the notes on the lines of this clef are E, G, B, D, F. And the notes of its spaces are F, A, C, E. When we combine these notes, we get E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. The note after the fifth line of the treble clef is G. To add the note after G, which is A, we need a ledger line. The first ledger line is A. The note after A is B. We need another ledger line to add the note after B. So the second ledger line is C. The third ledger line is E. These three ledger lines spell the word ace. That's A, C, E. This makes it easy to remember. Notes can keep going higher and higher on the treble staff by simply moving in alphabetical order. Notes go lower as well, as can be seen in the ledger lines diagram. The treble and bass clefs are often combined to create a grand staff. A perpendicular line and bracket, called a brace, is used to join the two staves, plural for staff, together. The note in the center of the grand staff on a ledger line is middle C. On piano, middle C is the centermost C. It is near the middle of the keyboard. The three ledger lines below the bass clef spell the word ace as well, in ascending order. That's A, C, E. We can keep adding ledger lines below the note A for notes which are much lower. Ledger lines can be placed above the bass clef as well. The notes simply move in alphabetical order. The note of the fifth line of the bass clef is A. The note after A is B, then C, or middle C. Middle C, as we've seen, is on a ledger line. The note after middle C is D. D must be placed above this first ledger line. But if we need to add the note after D, which is E, we would need another ledger line. This would give us 2 ledger lines. Then the note after E is F. The note G would now be placed on yet another ledger line, giving us a total of 3 ledger lines. The more ledger lines that are added, the more challenging the music gets. Therefore, for now, I want you to focus mostly on the lines and spaces of the treble and bass clef, as well as middle C. It all happens one step at a time. Notes on the staff and how they correspond to piano keys.